One morning, Bongsu witnessed something terrifying in his bathroom. A black, creepy hand was reaching out of the toilet. He freaked out and quickly called his wife. She thought he just forgot to bring toilet paper and didn't even look at what was in the bowl. After Bongsu pointed it out, she finally noticed the hand sticking out of the toilet. They had no idea what was going on. Since it didn't seem like a prank, his wife decided to get closer and figure it out. The hand was pitch black with long, sharp fingernails. She stared at it, wide-eyed. Suddenly the hand twitched. She screamed and fainted right there. Thankfully, Bongsu caught her in time. He dragged her to the wall and checked on her. Luckily, she had only passed out. Bongsu quickly called the police and explained what had happened. Just as he hung up, the doorbell rang. He got up to answer it while his wife accidentally slid to the floor. It was the building security guard. He had been contacted by the police and came early to check the place. Bongsu led him to the bathroom. The guard was shocked when he saw the toilet. He immediately checked on the woman on the floor. Bongsu told him she fainted from seeing the hand. The guard took another look at the toilet and got even more freaked out. But then something changed. He suddenly thought he was being tricked. He grabbed the toilet plunger off the floor, thinking Bongsu was the attacker. Bongsu tried to explain everything, but the guard didn't believe him. Right then, the doorbell rang again. As Bongsu went to answer it, he told the guard not to touch anything, but the guard couldn't help himself. He moved closer to the toilet. Just then, the 911 crew arrived. They asked what kind of emergency it was. Bongsu told them, "There's a hand in my toilet." They looked skeptical, but followed him to check it out. As soon as they reached the bathroom, they noticed something strange. The security guard was now lying on the floor. The crew quickly restrained Bongsu, assuming he was the killer. Crew member Ha-kun confirmed the guard was dead. The captain rushed to check the woman. She was still alive, just unconscious. Then Ha-kun spotted the hand in the toilet. Bongsu kept saying he didn't kill anyone. The captain ordered Ha-kun to pull out his phone and record everything as evidence. Then he told him to pull the hand out of the toilet. Ha-kun put on gloves and got ready. But just as he reached in, the hand suddenly grabbed him. Kwon rushed forward and grabbed Ha-kun, but he couldn't pull him free. The captain jumped in to help. All three of them pulled with all their strength until they finally freed Ha-kun from the grip. But then, the hand began to move on its own, twitching wildly. Before anyone could react, it reached out again and grabbed Kwon. It lifted him high into the air as everyone stood frozen in horror. With one sharp twist, Kwon's neck snapped instantly before anyone could react. The creepy hand pulled itself back into the toilet. Seeing two people killed by that thing, the captain turned to Bongsu and asked, "What the hell is that hand?" But Bongsu had no idea how to explain. The captain decided they needed to leave, fast, but the door wouldn't open. That's because another hand was blocking the door from the outside. They were completely trapped inside the bathroom. The captain tried to call for backup, but there was no signal. Bongsu took out his own phone, but it had also lost signal. The captain got so angry he threw the phone straight into the toilet, but instead of sinking, the hand caught the phone, then hurled it right back. It flew across the room and stabbed into the front door like a knife. That's when the captain remembered something. A few days ago, they got a report. A woman's body was found in the sewers. Her hands had been cut off. The captain started to suspect that this hand belonged to her. Just then, he noticed something terrifying. The dead security guard's hand was changing. It had become another black hand, and it twitched. The captain froze in shock. Meanwhile, Ha-kun wasn't doing so well either. He coughed up a mouthful of blood. His eyes rolled back, and he collapsed. No matter how hard the captain tried, he couldn't save him. That's when it hit them. Anyone touched by the hand was infected with a deadly virus. Bongsu quickly grabbed every bottle of disinfectant he could find. To their surprise, the hand reacted to it. It worked. The captain handed him more disinfectant and said, "Wake your wife up, it's time to fight back." Bongsu finally got his wife to wake up, but the moment she saw the chaos, she screamed like crazy. So Bongsu slapped her. She slapped him right back. He said, "Well, now you're definitely awake." The captain tossed a bottle of disinfectant to Bongsu and shouted, "Take out that hand." But just then, Kwon sat up. He had turned into a zombie. Bongsu had to change plans and attack Kwon first. Suddenly, zombie Ha-kun grabbed the captain's leg and sank his teeth into it. Bongsu rushed over and dumped an entire bottle of disinfectant on him. It worked. Ha-kun let go, and the captain was safe, but he was already infected. He didn't have much time. Before he lost his mind, he told Bongsu to ignite the phone and use the explosion to blast open the door. Bongsu jumped toward Kwon's body, desperately searching for a lighter. He found one, but the toilet hand suddenly grabbed his head. In one last move, he tossed the lighter to his wife. To save her husband, his wife took off her shirt, lit the lighter, and sprayed a mist into the flame, sending a fire burst straight at the creepy hand. She managed to rescue Bongsu, and luckily he wasn't hurt. Time was running out. Bongsu aimed the flame at the phone. After a few seconds of roasting, boom! The phone exploded, blasting a hole right through the front door. But there was still a hand outside. Bongsu lit it up with fire again until the door finally opened. They were about to escape until they saw what was waiting for them. The entire apartment was filled with those terrifying hands. Panicked, they turned to the captain for advice, but he was already dying. Moments later, he passed away. Just as they were trying to think of a plan, one of the hands grabbed Bongsu's wife. Bongsu kicked the hand hard, but it wouldn't let go. Only fire finally burned it off, but she had already been scratched. And worst of all, they were out of spray. Seeing her getting weaker, Bongsu didn't hesitate. He rushed into the hand-filled room without looking back. He quickly found another can of spray, but the sight of those moving hands made his skin crawl. Right then, his wife showed her bravery again. She told Bongsu to take off his shirt. She ripped it in half and wrapped it around the toilet plunger. When Bongsu lit the new torch, the flames grew bigger and stronger. With that, they moved gracefully through the chaos, burning down one hand after another. But his wife was badly hurt. This time, Bongsu stepped up. He carried her in his arms and ran out of the apartment like a true hero. When he finally woke up, he was in a hospital bed. A nurse gently checked on him, but all he wanted to know was, "Where's my wife?" The nurse smiled and said, "She's safe, and so is the baby." The baby? Bongsu looked confused. She wasn't even pregnant. He turned his head quickly and saw a black hand outside his hospital room. That was it. Bongsu had had enough. He yanked out the IV tubes, stood up tall, and became a hand-slaying warrior. He swore he would destroy every last one of those cursed hands.